166. Yan Jinqing, the unyielding patriot. After the Anlushan rebellion, the once mighty Tang dynasty entered a period of decline. Military governors, Jidushi, across the empire took advantage of the weakened central government, expanding their forces and establishing semi-independent warlord states, leading to a fractured political landscape known as the Fanjin system. Following the death of Emperor Daizong, his son Li Shi, pronounced Qua, ascended the throne as Emperor Dizong. Determined to reassert imperial control over the warlords, Emperor Dizong's policies triggered widespread rebellion. In 782 CE, 5 major Jidushi revolted, with Li Shilie, the military governor of Huaishi, emerging as the most formidable among them. Declaring himself supreme commander of all under heaven, he launched an invasion of Tang territory. The scale of the uprising shocked the imperial court. Seeking a peaceful resolution, Emperor Dizong consulted his chancellor, Lu Qi, who proposed a diplomatic solution. "Your Majesty need not worry. If we send a respected elder statesman to persuade them, we can resolve this without bloodshed." When the emperor asked whom to send, Lu Qi recommended the elderly scholar official Yan Jinqing. Emperor Dizong immediately approved the decision. Yan Jinqing, the righteous scholar and warrior. At the time, Yan Jinqing was one of the most revered ministers of the Tang court. During the Anlushan rebellion, he had served as governor of Pingyuan, where he successfully defended his city against the rebels. Meanwhile, his cousin, Yan Gaoqing, had led a rebellion against Anlushan and Gaoqing, rallying 17 counties in Hebei to join the resistance. The people had proclaimed Yan Jinqing as their leader, recognizing his unwavering commitment to the Tang dynasty. For his contributions, Yan Jinqing was later granted the noble title Duke of Lu, earning him the nickname Yan Duke of Lu, Yan Legong. Beyond his political and military achievements, Yan Jinqing was also one of the most celebrated calligraphers in Chinese history. His distinctive style, bold, vigorous, and full of strength, mirrored his unyielding character. This style later became known as Yan style, Yinti, and remained a major influence in Chinese calligraphy. A deadly mission. Despite his age, over 70 years old, Yan Jinqing did not hesitate to accept the emperor's request. Many officials feared for his safety, but he dismissed their concerns and set out with only a small group of attendants to meet Li Shilie in Huaishi. When Li Shilie learned of Yan Jinqing's arrival, he plotted to intimidate him. During their first meeting, he filled the hall with over 1,000 armed officers and adopted sons, who brandished their gleaming swords and shouted threats at Yan Jinqing. Yet, Yan Jinqing remained completely unfazed. With cold disdain, he laughed in their faces. Seeing that threats had no effect, Li Shilie pretended to protect Yan Jinqing, ordering his men to stand down. He then placed Yan Jinqing under house arrest, intending to gradually break his spirit. Refusing to bow to a rebel. A few days later, Li Shilie received envoys from the other 4 rebel warlords, urging him to declare himself emperor. In response, he hosted a lavish banquet and invited Yan Jinqing. During the feast, the rebel envoys mockingly addressed Yan Jinqing. "Master Yan, your reputation is unmatched. Now that our supreme commander is about to ascend the throne, isn't it fitting for you to become his prime minister?" Yan Jinqing furrowed his brows and furiously rebuked them. "Prime Minister? What nonsense! I am nearly 80 years old. Kill me if you must, I will never surrender to you treacherous rebels." His unwavering defiance stunned the envoys into silence. Even Li Shilie was momentarily speechless. Torture and death threats. Frustrated, Li Shilie had Yan Jinqing imprisoned, placing him under constant surveillance. One day, his captors dug a deep pit in the courtyard, declaring, "If you do not submit, you will be buried alive." The next day, Li Shilie visited Yan Jinqing and found him completely unshaken. Yan Jinqing looked him in the eye and declared, "My fate is sealed. Why waste time with such games? If you wish to kill me, do it now." Seeing that neither threats nor confinement could break him, Li Shilie resorted to even crueler measures. A year later, Li Shilie proclaimed himself Emperor of Chu. He once again ordered his generals to force Yan Jinqing to submit. They piled firewood in the courtyard. They drenched it in oil. They threatened to burn him alive. Without a moment's hesitation, Yan Jinqing leaped toward the flames. Terrified that he would die too quickly, the guards rushed to pull him back before he could be consumed by fire. When they reported this to Li Shilia, the rebel leader realized he had no hope of turning Yan Jinqing. At last, he ordered his execution. A martyr for the empire. Yan Jinqing was forced to commit suicide, but his spirit remained unbroken to the very end. Though his body perished, his loyalty, righteousness, and fearless defiance became eternal symbols of integrity in Chinese history. Later, when Tang forces crushed the rebellion, they recovered Yan Jinqing's remains and buried him with full honors. Legacy of Yan Jinqing. A national hero, his courage and unwavering loyalty have made him one of the most revered figures in Chinese history. A literary and artistic giant, his calligraphy style, Yinti, remains one of the most influential styles in traditional Chinese calligraphy. A symbol of integrity, even in the face of death, he never compromised his principles, a lesson in true honor and patriotism. For generations, his bold calligraphy and steadfast righteousness have been celebrated as the embodiment of an unyielding spirit. 167. Han Jian and Li Shang, defenders of the Tang dynasty. Following Li Shilia's rebellion, his forces besieged Xiangqing, modern-day Xiangqing, Hunan, threatening both Luoyang and the Tang capital. In 783 CE, in response to this crisis, Emperor Dizong ordered troops from Jingyuan, based in modern Pingliang, Gansu, to reinforce the city. The Jingyuan mutiny in Chang'an. The Jingyuan soldiers, led by Governor Yao Lingyan, expected rewards upon their deployment. However, when they arrived in Chang'an, they encountered harsh rain and freezing temperatures. The next day, imperial officials delivered supplies, but the provisions consisted of cold rice and vegetables, a far cry from the rewards the soldiers had anticipated. Enraged, the troops kicked over their food containers and began shouting in anger. "We are risking our lives for the empire, yet we aren't even fed properly. How are we supposed to fight?" One soldier incited the others. "If the officials won't provide for us, we'll take what we need ourselves. The government warehouses are overflowing with wealth, let's seize it." The soldiers, overcome with fury, ignored their officers' attempts to stop them and marched into the city. When Emperor Dizong heard of the mutiny, he panicked and sent a eunuch carrying 20 carts of money and silk to appease the troops. However, the enraged soldiers killed the eunuch and stormed the imperial palace. With his own guards refusing to fight, Emperor Dizong had no choice but to flee from Chang'an, escaping with his family to Fengtian, modern Qianxian, Shaanxi. The rise of Zhu Xi. After seizing Chang'an, the mutineers looted the government treasuries. With the city under their control, they turned to Jingyuan's former commander, Zhu Xi, for leadership. Zhu Xi, previously stripped of military power due to his brother's rebellion, was an ambitious opportunist. Seeing his chance, he seized control of the capital, declared himself emperor of the Great Qing dynasty, and led an army to attack Fengtian. Han Jian's defense of Fengtian. With Emperor Dizong barely settled in Fengtian, Zhu Xi's forces arrived, ready to capture him. The imperial court was in chaos, but General Han Jian, a former commander under Guizi, rallied the defenders. Han Jian's reputation reassured the panicked troops. He organized a relentless defense, forcing Zhu Xi's army into a prolonged siege. Zhu Xi, frustrated by a month of failed assaults, ordered the construction of massive siege ladders to breach the walls. Anticipating this, Han Jian devised a countermeasure. He dug tunnels beneath the walls and filled them with dry wood. He prepared flaming pine torches on the battlements. As soon as Zhu Xi's troops climbed the siege ladders, Han Jian's soldiers set fire to the tunnels, collapsing the ladders into the flames. Flaming debris rained down from the walls, engulfing the enemy troops in fire. The rebels suffered massive casualties, and Han Jian's army launched a counterattack, driving Zhu Xi into a humiliating retreat. Li Shang's counteroffensive. As the battle for Fengtian raged, two reinforcement armies arrived. Li Huaiguang, commander of the Shuofang army. Li Shang, a general of the elite Shen's army. While Han Jian held the defense, Emperor Dizong ordered Li Huaiguang and Li Shang to retake Chang'an. However, as Li Huaiguang reached Xianyang, he betrayed the Tang court and secretly allied with Zhu Xi. This betrayal left Li Shang in a dire situation. Surrounded by Zhu Xi's forces from the front, threatened by Li Huaiguang from the rear, with no reinforcements and dwindling supplies. Li Shang's brilliant tactics. Despite overwhelming odds, Li Shang refused to retreat. He inspired his troops with unwavering determination and gradually gained command over local Tang loyalist forces. Even within Li Huaiguang's ranks, many soldiers refused to fight against Li Shang, recognizing his honor and skill. Fearing desertions, Li Huaiguang fled, leaving Zhu Xi isolated. At the same time, Han Jian coordinated his forces with Li Shang, advancing toward Chang'an. The recapture of Chang'an. Rather than storming the outer city, Li Shang proposed a clever strategy. If we fight in the streets, the people will suffer. Instead of a drawn-out battle, let's break through the city's northern wall and strike directly at the Imperial Gardens, where the rebels are concentrated. This will minimize destruction and protect civilians. His plan won universal approval. Li Shang's forces first crushed Zhu Xi's army outside the city. Then, they breached the northern walls and launched a direct attack on the palace gardens. Zhu Xi's army collapsed under the assault. Many rebels surrendered, while Zhu Xi himself fled the city. Aftermath and legacy. In 784 CE, Li Shang successfully recaptured Chang'an, restoring Emperor Dizong to the throne. Zhu Xi was killed, and order was temporarily restored. The following year, Han Jian led an army to eliminate Li Huaiguang, ensuring his total defeat. Li Shilia, the last remaining rebel warlord, suffered multiple defeats and was killed by his own officers. Both Li Shang and Han Jian were hailed as national heroes, having preserved the Tang dynasty's unity. However, their success made them targets of political intrigue. The rise of eunuch power. Despite their loyalty, Han Jian and Li Shang's growing influence alarmed the court. The Tibetan nobility, wary of their military strength, exploited Emperor Dizong's paranoia. In response, Dizong stripped Li Shang of his military authority. The powerful Shen's army was placed under the control of the eunuchs. This shift in power marked the beginning of a dark era. The warlords remained unchecked. The emperor grew weaker. The eunuchs seized control of the government. Though Li Shang and Han Jian had saved the Tang dynasty, their removal from power paved the way for greater instability, ultimately weakening the empire even further. 168. The chess master of the Eastern Palace. During the reign of Emperor Dizong of Tang, the empire was dominated by power-hungry eunuchs, who oppressed the common people and amassed vast wealth through corruption and exploitation. The eunuchs' exploitation of the people. To serve the imperial palace's extravagant needs, the eunuchs established the palace markets. Under this system, eunuchs would forcefully purchase goods from merchants at only 1/10 of their actual price. Later, they stopped paying altogether. If they wanted something, they simply took it. This lawless plundering became known as white looting. Additionally, the eunuchs operated the 5 wards in Chang'an responsible for raising hawks, falcons, eagles, and hunting dogs for the emperor. The eunuch wardens, known as 5 wards boys, abused their power to extort and terrorize civilians. These 5 wards boys were notorious for extorting money from commoners by setting bird traps in front of their houses. If anyone accidentally disturbed the trap, they were accused of scaring off the emperor's birds and were beaten until they paid a fine. Refusing to pay for food and drink at inns. Once, they left behind a sack of live snakes as collateral, threatening the shop owner that if even one snake died, his head would roll. The people of Chang'an lived in fear, but with eunuchs controlling the imperial court, they had nowhere to seek justice. The Eastern Palace scholars. At that time, Crown Prince Li Song, later Emperor Xuanzong, had 2 trusted scholars in the Eastern Palace. Wang Shuwen, a brilliant chess player. Wang Pai, a skilled calligrapher. The prince enjoyed chess and calligraphy, and both men often accompanied him in his studies. Though of humble background, Wang Shuwen was deeply aware of the people's suffering. He frequently used his chess games with the prince to discuss the corruption and abuses outside the palace. One day, when the crown prince expressed anger at the eunuchs, he declared, "When I see my father, I will report this injustice." The officials praised his wisdom, but Wang Shuwen remained silent. Afterward, the prince asked him, "You often speak against the palace markets. Why did you remain quiet today?" Wang Shuwen cautiously replied, "Your Highness, for now, it is best to stay silent. If the eunuchs claim that you are trying to win public favor, even your father might suspect you. Then, even if you speak the truth, no one will believe you." The crown prince immediately understood. "If not for your advice, I would have made a terrible mistake." From then on, Wang Shuwen became the prince's most trusted advisor. Preparing for reform. Wang Shuwen, believing that Emperor Dezong was aging, anticipated that the crown prince would soon ascend the throne. In secret, he began gathering talented officials who could help implement reforms. He advised the prince, "This man should be prime minister, that one should lead the military." However, before his plans could come to fruition, Crown Prince Lizong suffered a stroke, leaving him unable to speak. The shock of his son's condition deeply affected Emperor Dezong, who soon fell ill and passed away. The short reign of Emperor Xuanzong. In 805 CE, the ailing Lizong ascended the throne as Emperor Xuanzong. Unable to speak, he relied entirely on Wang Shuwen and Wang Pai to govern. Since Wang Shuwen lacked the prestige to rule openly, he appointed the elderly Wei Ziyi as prime minister, while secretly controlling the administration behind the scenes. Together, Wang Shuwen, Wang Pai, and Wei Ziyi enacted bold reforms, appointing talented officials such as Lu Yushi and Lu Zongyuan to key positions. The Yongzhen Reform. Wang Shuwen's first move was to curb the eunuchs' unchecked power. He abolished the corrupt palace markets and 5 wards. No longer could eunuchs steal from merchants. The 5 wards' boys were dismissed, ending their reign of terror. He reduced excessive taxes, lifting burdens off the common people. This news thrilled the citizens of Chang'an, but infuriated the eunuchs. Wang Shuwen then took control of imperial finances, ensuring greater transparency and efficiency. Historians later called this period the Yongzhen Reform, after Emperor Xuanzong's reign name, Yongzhen. The fall of Wang Shuwen. As expected, Wang Shuwen's reforms made him many enemies. The eunuch chief, Zhu Wenjin, saw his influence diminishing. The eunuchs plotted against Wang Shuwen, accusing him of holding too much power. To break the eunuchs' grip on the military, Wang Shuwen ordered General Fan Shichao to take control of the Shen's army, the imperial guards controlled by the eunuchs. However, this backfired. The Shen's army officers, loyal to the eunuchs, refused to obey Fan Shichao. Humiliated, Fan Shichao returned empty-handed. Sensing an opportunity, Zhu Wenjin launched a coup. He falsely declared that Emperor Xuanzong's illness had worsened. He persuaded the court to transfer power to the crown prince, Li Chun. The rise of Emperor Xianzong. Within a month, Li Chun officially ascended the throne as Emperor Xianzong. The moment Xuanzong abdicated, the eunuchs took revenge. Wang Shuwen and Wang Pai were dismissed and exiled. A year later, Wang Shuwen was executed. The Yongzhen Reform, which had lasted less than a year, collapsed. Many reformers, including Lu Yushi and Lu Zongyuan, were demoted or banished. The legacy of the Yongzhen Reform. Though short-lived, the Yongzhen Reform demonstrated the first real attempt to weaken the eunuchs' power. However, with Wang Shuwen's downfall, the eunuchs regained control. The Shen's army remained under eunuch command. Future emperors became even more dependent on them. The reformers were scattered, and the empire remained divided. Wang Shuwen's bold vision of a just and efficient government was never realized. Yet, history remembers him as one of the few who dared to challenge the eunuch's tyranny.